Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Pilates class. Today we're going to be doing a slow burn and sculpt class. So this is one of my favorite styles of Pilates because we can really go slow and intentional throughout each move and learn how to perfect our form and technique and really strengthen the muscles from deep down within. So we're going to get started. I'm going to be using a Pilates ball. If you don't have this prop, it's okay. You can substitute it for a rolled up towel or hoodie or a pillow or something like that. But if you're going to be doing Pilates often, I would recommend getting one. They're very inexpensive. And I have a link below this class to an Amazon ball that you can use as well. Great. So let's get started on our backs. We're going to pop the ball in between our legs and just take a nice squeeze onto the ball and roll all the way down to the mat and just place your hands next to your head in a nice cactus position, taking a nice squeeze on your ball. We're going to just start by dropping the knees over to one side and taking an inhale and an exhale. Bring the knees back to the center. Good. Inhale over to the other side. I'm on the left side. You might not be, but that's okay. And exhale, bring it back through to the middle. Good. Inhale, dropping over to the right side. And exhale through to the middle. You might feel a few creaks and cracks. I definitely do. Nice warm up through the spine. Keeping a nice squeeze on your ball. Good. Inhale, topping over to the other side. Exhale, back through the middle. Nice and slow, nice and intentional as we move through the class today. Good. Let's take another deep breath in for 2 more. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. And exhale through to the center. Good. Okay, we're going to lift our feet up into a tabletop position. If your hands feel comfortable here at cactus, then keep them there. Otherwise, you can bring them also down by your side. I'm going to bring mine down by my side just to give me that bit of extra support as we move. Good. Now taking a nice deep inhale. You can drop your knees over to the right side. Let them hover off the floor and then squeeze back up through to the center. Good. Over to the left side. Twist and hover. Squeeze that core and then bring it back through the center. Good. Over to the right side again. Hover. Squeeze on the ball. Squeeze through the core to bring it back up. Inhale and over to the left side. Exhale. Back through to the center. Good. Nice and slow and controlled. Remember, this is a slow burn. We're just warming up. But this is how the rest of the class pace is going to feel. We want to take things nice and slow, nice and controlled, and really feel that deep burn through the entire body today. Good. Squeeze it down. Pull it up. Good. Let's go 2 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Final one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to keep going. But this time I want you to hover onto the left side. Squeeze the ball. Extend your legs out long on the diagonal. Squeeze them back in. And then come back up through the center. Good. Over to the right side. Hold and squeeze. Extend. Squeeze it back in. And bring it back through the center. Good. Over to the left side. Squeeze and hold. Extend. Bring it in. And over. Good. Over to the right. Squeeze. We're feeling those obliques starting to warm up. Keeping that control, keeping that strength through the whole body. Using your breath. Extend. In. Center. Good. We're going to go 2 more like this. Over. Hold. Extend. Bring it in. And up through the center. Final one. Hold. Extend. We're going to just stay with those extensions in and out. In and out for 8. Squeeze the core. Support yourself with your hands. Squeeze that ball. 6, 5, push to the end. 4, 3, final 2. Now final 1. Good. All the way through the center and over to the right side. Holding it here. Let's go in and out. Keeping that squeeze on your ball. Keeping that squeeze on your obliques. Good. Let's go for another 8. Breathing through. 7, 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, final 2. Now final 1. Bring it back through to the center and just relax those feet down. Let's take a nice stretch overhead with the arms. And breathe in. And breathing out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Great. All right. We're going to come up to do a little bit of core. You can grab your ball. I want you to pop that ball just underneath your shoulder blade area. So it's not coming into your lower back and it's not coming up by your neck. You want to find it sort of at the nape of your shoulder blade there so that you can work through some beautiful ab movements from here. So I want you to just take a moment to extend your whole body over the ball if that feels nice, and extend your legs out long on the mat. I want you to take a moment here to come to your ribs and try to focus your attention on how you inhale. When you inhale, the ribs like to open up wide, and then when you exhale, you can close down and really squeeze your core into the ball or into the floor. If you don't have a ball, you can still do the same movement, squeezing in and exhaling at the same time. And then inhale, and ribs go wide, and then exhale, they squeeze down. Okay, so finding one final inhale, allowing your hands to come behind your head and your thumbs to roll down nicely through your neck. We're going to take a lift of our chest on the next exhale. So as you exhale and squeeze those ribs down, you think head, neck, shoulders, chest, squeeze up. You can hear the shakes in my voice, and push into that ball. I'm going to keep my legs long for the time being. Good. And then opening up that chest, try to control those ribs. Try not to let it go open too wide. Breathe in. And exhale. Squeeze up and push into the ball. Good. Inhale, opening it up. And exhale. Squeezing into your ball or squeezing down into the mat. Good. Inhale. Nice crunches. If it feels any pressure in the lower back, then you can just bring your feet in to a normal crunch position. Otherwise, staying with this long leg for now. Squeeze it up and control it down. Good. We're going to go for 8 more reps. Squeeze up into that core. Control it down. Good. 7. Squeeze and down with control. Good. 6. Breathing. 5. Taking it nice and slow, feeling every single muscle in your abs working on your technique. 4. This is where you can really perfect your technique in these slow burn classes and still burn yourself out. 3. Good. Final 2. Squeeze it up and roll it down. Now final 1, all the way up. Squeeze and find that deep core, and then come back down with control. Good. Holding this position. Now I want you to squeeze your leg up to tabletop. So as you crunch your chest, right leg comes up to tabletop to squeeze. Your tabletop is not up here by your chest. Your tabletop is here, nice and stacked over your leg, stacked over your hips, and your chest is still doing the work. Good. Bring it back down, opening it up. You're going to come straight up to that leg. Chest straight towards your legs. You're not going bicycle just yet. We're just going straight across the body. Breathe in. Squeeze up. Find that core. Exhale. My core is already on fire. This is going to be a killer, but we're going to do it. Breathe in. Let's go for 8 more reps here. Come on, guys, you can do it. Really use those reps. 7. Good. 6. In 5. Squeeze. Final 4. Come on, guys, we've got to push. Final 3. Abs on fire. Final 2. Push to the end. Now last one. Squeeze it up and hold. Let's bring both legs up to tabletop. And now we're going to just work the chest. Open and squeeze. Open it up and squeeze. Good, let's go 6 more. 6. 5. Come on, push to the end. 4. Support your head with your hands, but use your chest to move. Don't pull. 2. 1. Hold it up. We're going to go opposite elbow to opposite knee. And switch. And switch. And switch. Pull your chest up a little bit higher. Switch. And switch. We're going to go 10 more reps. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Push. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay with the legs at tabletop. Let's reach those arms and pulse the chest up for 8. 7. Last bit. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay, relax. Oh my God, that was so hard. Let's extend the legs out. Let's extend the arms out long over the ball and just let those ribs open up wide. Breathing in. Whew, if that is not an ab burner, then I don't know what is. Lovely way to start the class. Let's just take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then when you're ready, we're going to just remove the ball from underneath our backs, but we're going to stay here on the mat and just place the ball underneath our heels so that you're standing on the ball, almost like a high heel. Okay, your ankles and your knees are going to be nice and squeezed together. It might take you a moment to get into a comfortable position, but I really want you to push your heels down into the ball as much as you can. Keep your hands down beside you on the floor. And we're going to start to work some glute bridges. Okay, so taking a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, I want you to push your heels into the ball and squeeze your hips up into a nice straight line all the way from your shoulders to your knee. Strong through the core, holding those ribs down. Good. Drop the hips back down to the floor. Take an inhale. And exhale, squeeze up, really push your heels down, just keep your knees together and drop your hips. We're gonna wake up through the glutes now. Breathing in and out. Lifting those hips. Good, and then tapping down to the floor. Good, nice inhale and exhale. Good, tapping down with control. Breathing in and out. Down with control, breathing in and out. Good, keeping those knees nice and squished. Mine always like to creep apart from each other. Let's go for another 8. Tap. 7. Squeeze. In 6. Keep that push down on the ball with your heels. 5. Tap it down. Final 4. Squeeze it up and tap. Final 3. You can do it, girls. My glutes is firing up already. Final 2. Now final one, all the way up, hold it up here. Now what I want you to do is push your left heel down into the ball and sweep your right knee up to tabletop. And then sweep it back down with control. Push the right heel into the ball, left side. Sweep it back down, and then you're gonna drop your hips. Good, squeeze it back up. Let's go right side, sweep it up. Resist, like you're moving through water, controlling the movements. Placing your feet back down and tapping your hips with control. Squeeze up, walk up, nice and slow and controlled. You should be using your core to pull your leg up, not swinging it up. Keeping those hips up and strong. Good, squeeze it up. You can move like a princess, but train like a beast. That's the beauty of Pilates. It's such an underrated form of hardcore exercise. Let's go. Squeeze it up, tap. Squeeze it up, tap. Drop your hips. Let's go 6 more here. Squeeze. 6. 5. Good. Sorry. That was just 6. Now we're on 5. 5. Squeeze. Tap your hips. Good. 4. Squeeze it up. Tap it down. Squeeze it up. Tap it down. Drop those hips. Squeezing. 3. Come on, guys. You can do it. Let's push to the end. Tap it down. Squeeze it up. 2. Breathe through it. You're so strong. Tap those hips. Squeeze it up. Final 1. Tap. Squeeze. Tap. Keep your hips up. Let's just work this for 8. 7. Come on, you guys. Got to push. 6. 5. I'm feeling it with you. 4. 3. 2. Pushing down into that ball with your right leg. 1. Hold your left leg at tabletop. Drop your hips. Single leg. Up. 8. Tap. Squeeze. 7. 6. 5. Just moving the right side. 4. 3. I know it's hard. 2. Now final 1. Hold that right side up. Little pulses for 8. 7. 6. Squeeze it higher. 5. 4. 3. Keep those hips up. 2. 1. Let's drop that right leg back down to the ball. Lifting that, left leg back to the ball. Right side comes up. Drop the hips. Squeeze it up. Single leg. And squeeze. Tap. 6. 5. 4. Push. 3. 2. Holding in 1. And little pulses for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right, dropping both hips. Remove the ball. Let's just grab those legs in towards your chest and take a little rock side to side. Just relieving through the hamstrings, relieving through the glutes. And take a few breaths here. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Lovely, 1 more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. When you're ready, we're just going to grab behind your legs, take a nice rock and roll as many times as you need to come to a seated position. And then we're going to find ourselves on our front, laying all the way down onto the mat. We're going to work a little bit of upper body here. So I'm going to work into the back, the upper back. I am going to use my ball, but like I said, you can do this completely without your ball as well. So I want you to place your head down onto the floor, onto the mat. And it's important that you keep your forehead touching the floor And I want you to think about your hands and your shoulders and your neck all being in one line. So as you lift up, it's going to be natural that your neck wants to crack back, but you have to try to lift up simultaneously with the hands and the neck. That's how we're going to get our back, okay? So having your hands out straight and long in front of you, trying to keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lift up into a Superman hold, squeezing through the upper back and squeezing into the ball with the hands, and then tapping down back to the mat with control. So breathe in and exhale, squeeze it up. Good, and relax. Exhale, squeezing into that upper back, using the strength of your upper body to do the work, trying to keep that neck nice and in line. And tap. Good, breathing in. And down. All right, we're going to go 4 more like this. Squeeze it up. Tap it down. 3. Up and down. Final 2. Now final 1. All the way up, squeeze and hold. Now I want you to grab your ball with your right hand and keeping your chest up, sweep it back to touch your bum. And then bring it back forward, pass it to the left hand, sweep it back to touch your bum, bring it back forward, and then drop your chest and release. Good, nice deep breath in. And exhale, lift, sweep, bring it back, sweep, bring it back, and down. Lovely, keep going. Let's lift it up, squeeze, bring it back, bring it in. Nice and slow and controlled movements. It's easy to want to rush here, especially when it starts to get tough. We're going to go 4 more here. 4. Squeeze it back. Bring it in. Tap it down. 3. Watch that neck. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Use your breath and relax. 2. I even catch myself trying to rush sometimes, but we have to go slow. And down. Now final 1. All the way up. Sweep it back. Bring it in. Sweep it back. Let's just stay with these sweeps for another 8. 7. Push. 6. 5. And in 4. 3. Holding in 2. Holding in 1. Let's hold it out long and just hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Whew, that was hard. You guys are so strong to be making it through this class. Let's just push our hips back and find a quick child's pose. Release the chest down towards the floor. And just take a few breaths. Good, 1 more deep breath in. And out. Good, okay, coming up. Now, we're going to take a little bit more into the upper body, working some push-ups now. We're going to place the ball into your right hand. And we're going to work some push-ups, okay? So, nice and strong through the core. I want you to think about holding your torso really straight. We're going to do like a broken push-up, so you can keep a bend through the body, shoulders down through and away from your ears, nice and strong through your core. You're going to allow your elbows to go wide and drop your chest so that it meets the middle of your hands. And then squeezing up. That ball's going to add that stability challenge. Breathing in, drop the chest and squeeze up. Good, let's go 8. Breathing in and push. 7. Good, in 6. Use your breath. Exhale on the effort, which is the way up. 5. I think I lost count. Good. Inhale and push. 4. 3. Final 2, hold that core. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Final 1, all the way down, all the way up. We're gonna find that halfway point and just pulse it out here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, all the way up. And we're going straight onto the other side. Ball comes down onto your left hand. Good, let's keep working here. Taking a nice deep breath in. Shoulders down and back. Drop the chest to meet the middle of your hands. And push, hold that core. Inhale, drop the chest and push. Good, let's go 8 more. 8. Arms are starting to heat up. 7. You guys can do it. 6. In 5. Final 4. I'm feeling it too. You guys are so strong. 3. 2. Now last one. All the way down, all the way up. Okay, we're going to find that halfway point and just hold and pulse the chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All the way up. Okay, we're nearly done here, I promise, but now we're just going to go for a bit more tricep, okay? So if you've got that ball, I want you to place your hands on the ball, like a diamond position with the hands. If you don't have the ball, you can do a diamond with your hands and place it on the floor just the same. Exactly the same thing. Shoulders down away from the ears. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold that core. Drop your chest. Squeeze your elbows in towards your body this time. And push. Elbows right wrapped in. And push it up. Triceps. Let's go for 8. 7. Push to the end, guys. Come on. 6. This is the last bit of upper for today. 5. Push. 4. I'm feeling wobbly on my ball. 3. Come on. Let's get to the end. In 2. Now last one, all the way down, all the way up. You guessed it. We're finding that halfway point and pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Whew. Just take a sit back on your feet. And if you'd like, let your knees go wide and find your child's pose. One more time here. Just relax. One more deep breath in. And out. Okay, if you like, place your ball in between your thighs. We're going to tuck those back toes, pike your hips up, and just find downward dog here for a second. Release those hamstrings from before. Good, nice deep breath in. And when you're ready, slowly walking your hands in towards your feet to find yourself in forward fold on your mat. And then softening through your knees, we're slowly just going to roll it back up. Restacking the spine one at a time, all the way until we come up to stand at the top, maybe taking a nice roll out through the shoulders. And we are nearly done. We're going to work a plie. So what I would like you to do is grab your ball. We're going to stand sideways on the mat, okay, so that we've got a nice wide stance here for the plie. So the plie squat is slightly different to a normal squat. Normal squat, we normally hinge back and find the glutes in that direction. In the plie, we like to hinge down. So you're going to have your feet turned out, your tailbone tucked in, and you're going to hinge straight down towards the floor. It might not feel as easy at the beginning, but the more that you practice, the easier it will become. So let's hold the ball with our hands, feet nice and wide, turned out and away from you, tuck of that tailbone. We're going to just practice getting lower and lower into our plie squat, squeezing up. Good, inhale, deep into your squat, and exhale, squeezing up. Good, nice tuck of your tailbone, nice strong through the pelvis and inner thigh, and strong through the back of the legs and the glute as well. Good, keep breathing in And breathing out. Good, let's keep working. Breathing in. And out. Good, this is the last bit of work here, guys, so you're gonna have to push. These can get quite spicy. Just warning you in advance, if you didn't already know. Good. Let's go for another 4 like this. 4. Breathing down. 3. Final 2. Good. Now final 1. I want you to stay low and hold your plie. You're going to lift your right heel up off the floor and extend the ball out long in front of you. Bring it back in, drop that left heel. Extend the ball, lift your left heel, bring the ball back in, drop your left heel, and then squeeze it back up to straight. Good, so coming down into that plie. Squeeze the ball out, lift the right heel, bring it in. Squeeze the ball, left heel, bring it in and up. Keep control of your plie. Keep that nice form as you work through this, even though it's going to start burning up. Squeeze it up. Good. Coming down. Extend the ball. Lift the heel. Bring it in. Extend and lift. Bring it in and up. Good. We're going to go 6 more. Extend. In. Extend. In and up. Good. Coming down. That's 5. Push. Keep it low as you do those heel lifts. And in. Good. 4. Squeeze it out. In, out, and up. Good. In 3, drop it low, extend. Extend, up. Just try and think about something else. For 3, push to the end, all the way up. Good. Final 2, squeeze. Hold your legs, squeeze those feet. And up. Now final 1, all the way down. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. We're going to stay low. Let's hold that right heel up and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay low, 1. Let's switch. Left heel comes up and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay low. Let's lift both heels and just hold if you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Legs are absolutely dead. Give it a little shake out. We're going to drop the ball down to the side. We're done with the ball. We're done with all the hard work. We're just going to take a beautiful stretch. So come to the back of the mat and stay with me to reset. Well done, guys. That was hardcore. Deep breath in, dipping down into the knees, opening up, extend. And as you exhale, hands come down by your side, tucking your chin to chest. And let's just roll it all the way down. Softening through the knees, extending through the back, relaxing through the head. Breathing here just to catch your breath. Good, last one. Breathing in and out. When you're ready, let's walk those hands down along the mat and pike your hips up into downward dog. My legs are very shaky now. That was a killer. Just push your chest down towards your legs as much as you can. And extend through your lower back. When you're ready, we're going to place your weight in your left foot and just sweep your right leg up into a 3-legged dog, extending through the back of the legs. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes, just extend and breathe and enjoy the stretch through the left side. And then let's let that right heel drop over to the left side. Let your hips open up to the right and enjoy a scorpion pose. Nice hip extension here. And then coming back through the center, 3-legged. And when you're ready, sweep that leg through, right knee towards your right wrist and sink down to find your pigeon pose. Lovely. Take as much time as you need to get into your pose. Let's try and keep that front leg nice and parallel to the front of the mat. Keep your hip shining down into the floor. Let's open up that chest. Take a deep breath in. Place your right hand on the right side of your thigh and just open up. Take a nice side bend over to the right side, feeling that beautiful stretch through the left side body. And then coming forward, back to center and walking those hands down along your mat to find your head on your hands. And just release through the glutes here. And release through the lower back. Good, one more deep breath in. And out. Final one, deep breath in. And out. Okay, placing your weight in your hands, let's tuck the back toes, pike those hips back up and find downward dog. Lovely. Okay, when you're ready, placing the weight in your right foot this time and sweep that left leg up, three-legged dog. Extend the body and enjoy the stretch through the right side of your leg. Now let's open up. Let that left heel drop over to the right side and open those hips over to the left. And find that beautiful opening feeling in scorpion pose. And when you're ready, coming back through the center, three-legged, and then sweep that leg in towards your knee towards your left wrist. And just take your time that you need to get into your pose, pigeon pose. Let your torso stay high. Let your leg come forward in parallel to your mat and let your hips sink down into the floor. And then place your left hand on the outside of your left side and open up with your right side over and around into a side bend. And feel that beautiful stretch through the side of your body. Breathing here. And then coming back through the center, let's walk those hands down along the mat and forward fold over your leg and head comes down to your hands. Relax into your stretch, relax into your glutes. And just be grateful that we made it here through that entire class. Lovely. Good, taking a deep breath in. And out. And one more deep breath in. And breathing out. Relax. Good. Finding your weight in your hands. Let's tuck those back toes. Pike your hips back up. Final time here. Downward dog. Just push your chest down towards your legs as much as you can. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift both heels off the ground. Take a nice ripple forward. Find yourself here in high plank and then just sink your hips down into the floor. Untuck your back toes and find an upward dog position. Lovely. Stretching through your lower back and opening up through your chest. Let's take one look over your right shoulder. And then looking over the left shoulder. And then straight back behind you. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Let's find that full length here through the back. And then when you're ready, dropping the chest down to the floor. Let's push your hips back. Let your knees go wide. Final time. Child's pose. Ooh, just take your time to sink back down into child's. And take a moment here just to breathe on the mat. Good. And when you're ready, coming up back onto all fours, let's just find ourselves in a nice seated position, cross-legged here on the mat. I want you to place your hands onto your knees, and we're just going to take a few circles with the chest, circling back and around and forward and back and around, drawing big circles with that chest, really exaggerating the movement here, going forward and back in one direction. And then when you're ready, we're going to reverse the direction. Around and back. And around and back. Let's go for another 4 like this. Exaggerating the movements. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, coming through the center, let's try and find a nice long spine all the way from the sitting bones up through to the head. And let's just take our 3 grounding breaths. So taking a nice deep breath in, exhale, inhale, breathing up, reaching up towards the sky, being as long as you can. And as you exhale, hands come down by your side and your spine stays long. And again, breathing in, opening it up, inhale. And exhale, hands come down by your side, spine stays long. Let's go final, deep inhale. And this time as you exhale, bring your hands down into your heart space. Feel free to bring them into a prayer position and close down your eyes. And we're just going to take a moment here to be still on the mat. Maybe try and remove some of the thoughts that we've got bouncing around in our heads. I know that I have a lot often. But we're here to use this time to be as still as we can and to calm the mind and calm the body and strengthen them both together. So we're just going to take that moment of silence, a moment of focus now for another 10 seconds on the mat. And when you're ready, we're going to take one final deep inhale. And exhale, breathe it all out. Good. Feel free to open up your eyes, maybe taking one final roll out of your shoulders. And you ladies are all done. Thank you very much for making it through that with me. I definitely struggled just as much as you did if you were struggling on that, but that was a really good class. The slow burn is not to be messed with. I absolutely love how I feel after it, and I hope that you do as well. And I can't wait to see you on the next one.